Am I audible to all of you? Please confirm this. In the previous video, you have clearly seen how just a minute. All right. So today we'll be taking the class on iPad. So I will not be visible. I will be sharing the screen. Okay. Just a minute. Just 1 minute, please. All right. Is the screen visible? Please confirm this. You have to send your chat to KodNest. Okay. Not Ankit Singhal. You have to send it to KodNest. All right. So this was the question we have to start with. Before I start this question, there should be some theoretical points I have to discuss. Okay. So let me take the next page. So the concept is weighted average. Average. What is the concept is? In this concept, there will be different groups. I'm taking 3 groups. So let's say this is group number 1. Let's say this is group number 2. And this is group number. Now for each group, what we know is the number of objects. So let's say N1. And what is their average? This average can be average marks also. This average can be average salary also. This average can be something else also. Okay. Average weight, average height, average marks. Okay. Similarly, group 2 also. Suppose N2 is the number of object and average is 8. Similarly, third group, number of persons or objects N3, average. 3 groups individual overall average overall. Not group 1, not group 2, not group 3. In that case, we have a formula. That formula goes something like this. The first thing is the combined average is called as weighted average. The combined average. Okay. Is the voice breaking? Please confirm this. Just a minute, please. All right, check now. I think one person was unmuted. Check now, please. Is it fine? Okay. Yeah, so I was saying that overall the average will be called as weighted average, and it will be calculated using the formula A1 N1 plus A2 N2 plus A3 N3 divided by N1 plus N2 plus N3. If you carefully see, this is your sum. Average is sum divided by total number of object. So this is the sum of group number 1. This is the sum of group number 2, because average into number of object is sum. And this is sum of group number 3. So total sum divided by total object, that is the overall average. Okay. Now this formula is very simple in terms of memorizing. But there is a problem with this formula. The problem actually is I will have to multiply these two values. I will have to multiply A2 N2 also. I will have to multiply A3 N3 also. Then I will have to divide. Then I have to divide with N1 plus N2 plus N3. So addition also, multiplication also, division also. So 3 operations are there. So that's why this formula is a little bit time taking. So that's why we will apply the same formula, but we will apply the deviation method. Okay, we will apply deviation method. See it this way. So what we will do is we will apply deviation method. Okay, so how the deviation method will be applied? Carefully see. We will choose this A1, A2, and A3. These 3 values we will observe, and once we observe it, after the observation, one value I will choose by myself. So suppose that assumed value is AX, or let's say X. Leave it. Let's say the value is X. So X is the assumed average. It is not your assumption. So assumed average. Once you take a value, if you recall the deviation method, how we have applied is, once you take a value, after taking the value, you have to observe one thing. A1, A2, and A3, these 3 values, their deviation you have to write. So deviation of A1, deviation of A2, deviation of A3. So you will not write A1, A2, A3 now. You will write deviation of A1, A2, A3. And deviation is what? X minus A1, X minus A2, X minus A3. Okay, so this is your, sorry, I said opposite. A1 minus X, A2 minus X, A3 minus X. So this is how the division will be applied. All right. So until now, please confirm, is it clear? Voice is breaking. Okay, just a minute, please. All right. So this is what we have to apply. Am I audible? Please just once confirm. Okay. So my dear, this is what is the theory. With the theory, it will not be 100% clear. 50% might be clear. 50% you will understand once we apply this. Okay. So let's take a question, and in that question, we will apply this. Okay. All right. So please start with this question. Try to just apply the formula, not the deviation method, and just answer me, would you like to solve this question? Okay, please start. Would you like to solve this question? Only see that. All right. So would you like to solve this question? Sakib, did you use the calculator? Okay. All right. So carefully see, there is a problem which I have told you. So three sections are there. Section number 1, section number 2, section number 3. In section number 1, number of students are given. Section 2 also number of students. Section 3 also number of student. Okay. In section number 1, average age, they are talking about average age. It can be average marks also. So average is given for A also, section B also, section C also. Okay, so let's write the values. 38, 42, 40. And average is 15.3, 16.5, and 15.9. All right. To calculate the weighted average, what I will have to do is this. I will apply the formula A1N1, so 15.3 into 38. This is your A1N1 plus I will have to do A2N2, that means 16.5 into 42. Then I will have to add A3N3. So this will be 15.9 into 40 divided by N1 plus N2 plus N3. This is what I will have to do. And obviously nobody will calculate this, right? Nobody. So what we will have to do is, before we apply the formula, we have to we have to change these values 15.3, 16.5, 15.9. We have to change these values by applying the deviation method. Okay. So how the deviation method will be applied? Now carefully observe. Just a minute. All right. Carefully answer. You are observing A1, A2, A3. Choose a value. Any value you can choose. What value you want me to choose? 42. No, not N1, N2, N3. Not that. A1, A2, A3. Choose a value so that the subtraction becomes easy. 16. Okay. I am choosing 15.3. I am choosing 15.3 because 15.3 is one of the values. That's why. So once I choose 15.3, now what will I do? Carefully observe. 15.3, A1 value, please observe. Subtract the chosen value 15.3. So I will get 0. Okay, so what is this? This 0 is deviation of A1. From 16.5 also subtract 15.3. So deviation you will get 16.5 minus 15.3, you will get 1.2. So what is 1.2? That is deviation of A2. Now next go to A3. So 15.9 minus 15.3. So you will get 0.6. What is 0.6? It is deviation of A3. So we have to write the deviation of A1, A2, A3. Is this point clear or not? Please confirm. Okay. Now next. Once we have done this, now we will apply the formula. But instead of A1, N1, we will say deviation of A1, N1. Deviation of A2, N2. Deviation of A3, N3. This is what we'll say. So A1, 0. N1, 38. A2, 1.2. N2, 42. A3, 0.6. N3, 40. Divided by N1 plus N2 plus N3 will come out as 120. Is it comparatively easy or not? Please answer. This 0 is deviation of A1. This 1.2 is deviation of A2. This 0.6 is deviation of A3. Don't apply this everywhere. Only in this scenario, that means average scenario where groups are there we apply it. Don't apply in any calculation like this. Okay. Understood, all of you? Okay. Now let's calculate this. (15.3). 0 into 38 will become 0. Plus 1.2 into 42. Plus 0.6, I'm just writing 0.6 into 42 divided by 120. Now what I'm doing is this 0, let's leave it. After that we have this decimal. 1.2 has a decimal. 0.6 also has a decimal. That decimal I'm removing. I'm just writing 12 and writing 6. Because of the decimal, there will be 1 0 in the denominator. Just like this, 1.2 is 12 by 10. So because of the decimal, 0 comes in the denominator. The same way, I have written 1 0 extra in the denominator. Yes, 40. Okay. Now we have to just solve it. Let's see. 15.3 plus. There is one more thing I will do. Carefully observe. 12 into 100. Okay, 12 is cancelled. 12 I will cancel from this part also. So 12 into 1. And I will cancel one more thing. In this also I have to cancel 12. So this actually is 40 into 6. That is 240. So once I cancel 12, so from 240 if I cancel 12, I will get 20. So I will get 20. So now what I am getting is 42 into 1 plus 20 divided by 100. This gives you 15.3 plus 62 by 100. That means 15.3 plus 0.62, and that is 15.92. So this way we can get the answer very easily. But yes, the deviation has to be applied. Without deviation, without calculator, it is very difficult to solve it. Understood, all of you? All of you clear with this? Okay. My dear, please remember this. Why? No, 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 no. Please, Shushit. I think you are confused little bit. Carefully see. If I take 0.6 plus 1.2, or if I take 0.6 into 1.2, there is a difference. If I take 0.6 plus 1.2, in that case, 6 plus 12 by 10, I will write. Because it is addition. If it is product, then I will write 110 because of 0.6 and 110 because of 1.2. So this will be 6 into 12 by 100 if it is multiply. So here, my dear, it is addition. Okay, so don't think for 10 for 1.2 and 10 for 0.6. Okay, don't think this, because this part and this part, there is addition in between. Understood? Only 10 because of addition. Understood this, all of you? Okay. Now next, let's try the next question. This is more easy. Okay, so there is a library. Obviously on Sundays we will have more visitors because Sunday is holiday. So on Sundays we have average of 510 visitors and 240 on other days. So other days means other than Sunday. So average number of visitors per day in a month of 30 days, beginning with a Sunday. So two categories will be there. One category is Sundays, one category is other than Sunday. Please carefully answer. How many Sunday will be there? How many in this month? It's beginning with a Sunday. So be careful. Five Sunday will be there. Okay, 5 Sunday. Because 30 days are there, that's why. So starting with Sunday, so next 29 days, 4 Sundays will be there. So overall 5 Sundays. So how many days will be non-Sundays? That means not Sunday. How many days? 25. So on 5 days, which are Sundays, the average is 510. On the remaining 25 days, the average is 240. So overall, 30 days average, you have to calculate. Please try this question now. Vijay Kumar correct, Sakib correct, Pathan correct. Okay, so 285 is correct. Did you apply deviation method by any chance? Did you apply? Okay, if you are saying no, in that case, I will say if values are big, try to apply. If values are small, don't apply. Okay, so you should have applied. All right, so here we have Sundays, non-Sundays. So Sundays, we have a number of Sundays as 5 and non-Sundays as 25. On Sunday, the average, let's write it as A1 equal to 510 and A2, non-Sundays, the average is 240. Okay. Now, I will choose a deviation. I will choose the deviation method. So I will choose a value. So let's suppose I am choosing 240. So I am choosing the value 240. Now carefully answer. 240 I am choosing. Once I choose 240, so let's see what happens. 510 minus 240 will be how much? You will say, sir, 270. 240 minus 240 will be how much? 0. So deviation of A1, A2 comes out to be 270 and 0. Now with these values, I will apply the formula. So A1, N1, that means 270, A1, N1 is 5. A2, 0 into N2 divided by N1 plus N2, that is 30. So this comes out to be 240 plus 270 into 5 divided by 30. So this comes out to be 5 into 6, 6, 4, 24, 45. So 240 plus 45. 285 it will come out. Okay. Now, are you able to understand that why did I choose in the previous question 15.3 and why did I choose 240 in this question? Are you able to understand? No, for not for subtraction purpose. Whatever value I will choose, I will subtract it. Right? It's not subtraction purpose, I will say. Anything else? My dear, if I choose either 510 or 240, one value will become 0. So I am choosing 240 so that one deviation becomes 0 and one calculation becomes 0 overall. So that is the benefit. Understood? All of you clear with this? All right. So try to choose a value. Most of the cases, only two things will be there. Most of the cases, two categories will be there. N1, N2, A1, A2. Okay. Most of the questions. Let's see one more question. A very interesting question. All right. Please try this question. Try to solve it by the formula. Three, two, one, one. Right. So carefully observe. The question is very simple actually, but here we will learn one more new thing. Okay. Please answer something. Do we have to calculate average? Any average which we don't know? Which we don't know? No. We know the average of boys. We know the average of girls also. We know the average of the school also. School means boys and girls overall. So every average I know already. The previous question, we were calculating average. So we were applying this formula A1, N1, A2, N2, A3, and 3, right? But now it is not about average. So it is not necessary, please listen to the word, it is not necessary that I will have to apply the formula. Okay, not necessary. So carefully observe. Weighted average A1 N1 plus A2 N2 divided by N1 plus N2. This part, let's say it is for boys, this part it is for girls. Okay. So weighted average, that means overall average is 71.8. Average of the boys is 71. Number of boys, let's say B is the number of boys. Okay, and one value is B. A2, number of girls, sorry, average of girls is 73. Number of girls, let's say G. So N1 is B, N2 is G. This is what I will get. Now let's cross multiply. 71.8 B plus 71.8 G equals to 71B plus 73G. Okay. Let's take similar terms on same side. So boys on the left side and girls, let's take it on the right side. So this I will take there, boys I will take here. So I will get 71.8. I'm writing extra steps just for clarity. 71 boys, 73 girls minus 71.8 girls. Let's take B as common. So I will get 71.8 minus 71. Here I will take G as common. So I will get 73 minus 71.8. Until now, anything doubtful? 71G. Just a minute. Anything wrong? Minus 71B. Okay, sorry. Minus 71B. Okay. So all of you clear with this? We have put the values, then we have created one equation. Boys on one side, girls on one side. Okay. Now I am not subtracting because of one reason. You will understand. So carefully observe. 71.8 minus 71. Let's write it this way. They are asking boys to girls ratio. Okay. So they are asking what is boys divided by girls value. So boys divided by girls value will come out to be 73 minus 71.8 and 71.8 minus 71. Okay, I did not subtract because of a certain reason. Just answer very carefully. Okay, very carefully. Please tell me. 73, 71.8 and 71. Are these values not given in the question? Yes, they are given or not? These values are present in the question, yes? Okay, so these are not some values which came out of the calculation. No, these values are already given. So what I'm trying to say is, instead of doing all this, we have to learn to write this directly. Okay, we have to learn to write the last equation directly. How to write it? Carefully observe. So boys, number of boys are B, number of girls are G. Number of boys, number of girls. Average of the boys, A1, I'm calling it as A1. So this is 71. And average of the girls, A2, that is 73. All right. So first you have to write this, boys separately, girls separately. Now you are observing this center line. On this center line, a little bit, please extend it and write overall average. Okay, overall average. So overall average is 71.8. 71.8. Next, what you have to do is carefully observe. You have to write 73 minus 71.8. Only observe A1, A2 and overall average, nothing else. So I have to take these two values. And similarly, I have to take these two values. And carefully observe. Make one arrow like this. And write the difference. What is the difference of 71 and okay, let's write this way first. 71.8 minus 71. Again, make arrow this way, like this. And again, write the difference. 73 minus 71.8. Now try to very carefully observe. Okay, on the boys' side, the difference, what is the difference? Is it 73 minus 71.8? Please observe. Is it this? On the boys' side, see the right side diagram and tell me, is it the same difference on the boys' side? Yes. So boys' side, we have the same difference. Now see the girls' side. On the girls' side, do we have 71.8 minus 71? Yes. Yes or not? So same difference. So my dear, this is what we have to do. Make it like a cross. Okay, this X shape. This X shape you will have to draw. At this point of the X, it will be A1. At this point of the X, it will be A2. And at this point of the X, it will be weighted average. Okay. And at these 2 points, you have to write the differences. The difference of A1 and WA at this place, weighted average minus A1 and weighted average minus A2. Don't think theoretically. Theoretically, it is never clear. Just make it like a X and write the difference. Difference means higher minus lower. Okay, so don't ask me, sir, should I write 71 minus 71.8 or 71.8 minus 71? Higher minus lower you have to write. Okay. All right. Now next, please carefully answer. remove this. All right. So once you have written this, I mean, you have drawn this diagram, you will not do all these equations and all. Okay. Now you will write boys divided by girls. Now you will see on the boys side what is the difference. So you will write 73 minus 71.8. On the girls side, what is the difference? You will say, sir, 71.8 minus 71. Now you will just simplify this. So here you will get 1.2. Here you will get 0.8. So you will get 3 by 2. That means 3:2. All right. So my dear, this also is related with weighted average. But I will say, if I do it by the left side, what you see on the left side, then I will say I have used the weighted average concept. But what you see on the right side, this also has a name. This also has a name. Do you know what is the name of this method? What is the name of this method? Do you know it? Whatever we have done on the right side, take the difference, and write boys by girls ratio. What is this method called? My dear, this is called as rule of allegations. Okay, this is called as rule of allegations. So this rule of allegation actually is coming from the formula only. Okay, I've told you this. If we apply the formula, then also we'll see the same thing. And this rule of allegation came from the formula only. You can observe it. So left side is formula. From the formula only, somebody observed it and made it as a rule. Okay, so this rule is called as rule of allegation, and it is not something new. It is something which people observed and created as a rule or a law, you can say. Understood, all of you? Okay. Now, just let's practice something a little bit. So, suppose if I say weighted average, overall average is same. Okay. So, overall average, let's take it as 6. If I take these values, please carefully answer what is the boys to girls ratio which will come out. If I take this, Sakib, never say 6:4, always simplify. 2:3, 3:2. I'm saying boys ratio girls. Now answer 2:3 or 3:2. Both cannot be correct. Okay, 2:3. So see carefully. Make a shape of X first. Okay, and see the arrows. You will have to take the difference of these two. You will have to take the difference of these two. Okay. Now don't draw this. I'm drawing just so that you can see. So the difference of 50 and 56. 50 and 56, you will write it here. And the difference, next difference is 60 minus 56. So difference is 60 minus 56. So now I will write boys by girls. On the boys side, we have 60 minus 56. Directly also you can write 4. On the girl side, just below the girl side, we have 56 minus 50. So this gives you 4 by 6. That means 2 by 3. So 2:3 is the ratio. Now, if I ask you opposite, that means what is, let's say, 2:3 we have seen. So if I ask you, let's say, what is girls to boys ratio, you will say 3:2. If I ask you boys to girls, 2:3, girls to boys, 3:2. Understood? Okay. I want you to do one more calculation for me. Okay, please start with this. All right. So I have taken few values. You have to answer what is the weighted average. Please calculate. My dear, 40 is not even possible. The average cannot be greater than 30. Okay. It cannot be lower than 20. It cannot be greater than 30. Not possible. 26.6. Okay. Let us check. Okay. So A1 N1. So 200 plus A2 into N2. 300. 30 into 20. So that means 600 divided by N1 plus N2. So 800 divided by 30. So this will cancel out. So this will give you 26.6. It will give you. Okay, 66 or 6. All right, 26.66. Let us try to make one change in this. Okay, just for, I don't want a decimal value. That's why I'm making one change. I'm making this value also as 20. Okay, sorry. It will come out to be same only. Mistake. So if I take 200. Let's take this as 10. Okay, just for simplicity, so that I get an integer value. Host, you have to keep answers chat to the host. So 10 into 10 will be 100. Plus 25 into 20 will be 500 divided by 30. So this will give you the value as 20. Now, I will ask you one more question. Okay. Carefully think and answer. N1 value is 10. N2 value is 20. A1 value is unknown, but it is x plus 10. A2 value is unknown, but it is x plus 25. What is the overall average? What would you say? Carefully answer. A1 is not 10, it is x plus 10. What is x? We will see. A2 is not 25, it is x plus 25. So what is the overall average? How come 20? My dear, you don't know x. So you have to answer in terms of x. You cannot say 20, 30, 40. You cannot answer this way. Because you don't know A1, A2 completely. So my dear, it's very simple. If it is 10, 25, 10, 25 gives you 20. So x plus 10, x plus 25 will give you x plus 20. Please remember that. Okay. So x plus 10, x plus 25 will give you the same thing, x plus something. So 10, 25, what we have seen? 10, 25 gives you 20. So x plus 20 you will get. So the only difference, if you see in the previous example and this example, x is extra. Okay, is this point clear? X is extra. Okay, yeah. Now, next, we have to apply this in the next question, a very interesting question. So let's see the next question. My dear, in this question, there are two exams. Okay, two exams. One is mid-sem and one is the final sem. Okay, so mid-sem and final sem, they have given you few informations. Based on that, you have to write something related with the average, whatever they have given, and then you have to calculate the final answer, which is increase in the average score of the boys. But please remember, two exams are there. So for one exam, separate diagram. For final exam, one separate diagram. Two diagrams you will have to draw. Okay, so please try this question. 20 comes because we have calculated 10 A1 N1. So 10 into 10 plus A2 N2. So 25 into 20 divided by N1 plus N2 comes out to be 20. So here, if you see the previous example, in this example and this example, what is the difference? The only difference is in the second example, I'm taking x plus 10, not 10, x plus 10. In the previous one, it was 10. Now I'm taking x plus 10. In the previous one, it was x plus 20. Previous one, it was 25. Now I'm taking x plus 25. So in the previous one, I was getting the answer as 20. So now I will get the answer as x plus 20. So answer will be something similar. Only x plus will be extra. Okay. So think it this way. This x plus, you need not think about it. Just take 10, 25, you will get 20. So write x plus 10, x plus 25, x plus 20. Okay. How this will be applied, you will understand. Okay. Why did I tell you this? You will understand in this question. All right. Please start. All right. Any answers? Ishwarya correct. Shakib correct. Darshan not correct. Mangal correct. Yashoda correct. Preeti correct. Divyashri correct. Srusti correct. All right. So let's see the question now. I will take two exams. So one is your mid-sem and one is your final sem. Okay. In mid-sem, take boys and girls. In final sem also take boys and girls. Okay. Now, if you observe, 20 boys are there. So boys value 20 and girls value 30. Boys value 20, girls value 30. Okay. A class consists of 20 boys, 30 girls. Mid-sem exam, average score of the girls was 5 higher than the boys. So in mid-sem, the girls' score was 5 higher than the boys. Now, I don't know the score of the boys. So let's say the average score of the boys was, let's say, X. So what is the average score of the girls? What will you say? Average score of the girls. What will you say? X plus 5. 5 higher than the boys. Okay. Now, yes. It will be sufficient. I will charge it. No issues. So X plus 5. Now, just for simplicity, take this as X plus 0, X plus 5. And now apply the same concept which we have learned previously and answer please. What is the overall average? I'm not asking boys. I'm not asking girls. What is the overall average? X plus what? Please answer that. I know it will be X plus something, but X plus what? Mangal, you are, I think, telling me the sum. Tell me the average. 50x plus 150 divided by 50. And don't do that. I've told you this. This x is extra. Don't take this x. Don't take this x. Now answer. What is the overall average? Apply the formula A1N1, A2N2 divided by N1 plus N2. What is the overall average? 0 into 20 plus 30 into 5 divided by N1 plus N2, 30 plus 20. Let me just write it. 0 into 20 plus 5 into 30 divided by 20 plus 30. So how much this will give you? This will give you 30 into 5, 150, 150 by 50, that is 3. X plus 3 you will get. Okay, don't take X. X will come definitely. Without X you solve it, you will get 3. So X plus 3 you will get. Understood all of you? Don't take X plus 0, take 0. Don't take X plus 5, take 5. You will get 3, but don't write 3, write X plus 3. Understood all of you? All right. Now next part. Let's come to the final sem. In the final sem, what they are saying? The score of the girls dropped. That means decreased. Decreased by 3. Okay, decrease of 3. Previously, the average was X plus 5. Now it is decreasing by 3. So what is the final exam average for the girls? Final exam average. X plus 2. You will have to do minus 3. So X plus 2. So now I am writing this A2 is for the final exam. Please remember that. So now it is X plus 2. How it came? X plus 5 minus 3. You will get X plus 2. Why minus 3? Because the question says the average dropped by 3. Okay. All right. What about the boys? Boys, we don't know. Okay. So let's write for the boys. For the boys, we don't know. X plus something it is. We don't know. Okay. Who said it is same? Nobody said it is same. Okay. It is not same. All right. What is the overall average? Is it given? Yes. Entire class increased by 2. So in the final sem, the average of the whole class increased by 2. Previously, it was X plus 3. Now it has increased by 2. So how much? How much it will be? 5. Okay. X plus 5. Because increase of 2. So previously it was 3. Now it is 3 plus 2, 5. Okay. Now, my dear, do you need to take X in the calculation? Is it required? Do you need to take X in the calculation? No, not required. Let me just copy this. Okay, let me just copy this. And without X, we will solve. Because it is not required. X is something which is extra. All right. So this is what I will have to solve. Let's take this question mark as A, suppose. This question mark, I am taking it as a variable A. So if I apply the formula, A1 N1 plus A2 N2, if I apply that formula, okay, weighted average 5, A1 value A, N1 value 20, plus A2 value 2, N2 value 30, divided by N1 plus N2, that is 50. Once you solve this, what A value you will get? Once you solve this, what A value will you get? Carefully answer. Okay, so cross multiply. You will get 250 equal to 20A plus 60. Then 20A equal to 250 minus 60, that is 190. 0, 0 will cancel out. So A value comes out as 19 divided by 2. So 9.5. Okay. So 9.5 is your question mark value. So this is 9.5. Now carefully answer. Okay. Observe the boys in the mid sim. Observe the boys in the final sim. Observe their average in the mid sim and final sim. Please carefully answer, is it increasing or decreasing? Is it increasing or decreasing? Increasing. Increasing by how much? From 0 to 9.5. So increasing by 9.5. So this is your answer. Understood? All of you? Increased by 2. They cannot ask average of boys in final. They cannot ask because we don't know X. They can just ask increase or decrease, nothing else. Overall average is increased by 2. So previously it was x plus 3. So now increased by 2. So x plus 3 plus increase of 2 will become x plus 5. Okay, x plus 5. Sushmeet. Understood all of you? We don't know any average. I don't know A1, A2 or overall average in the mid sem or final sem because x value is unknown. So if x value is unknown, we can just answer increase or decrease. Nothing else we can answer. We cannot find. Okay, we cannot find because there is no information. All of you clear with this? All right. So please remember this, that x, if it is there or not there, it will not create any difference. Okay, x plus 0, x plus 5, x plus 3. If you remove x, then also it will make sense. Okay, please remember that. If you take x in your calculation, it will become lengthy. So don't make it lengthy, solve it without x. But remember, x is there. You are not just taking it in the calculation, but x is present. Okay. All right. Okay. So with this, we are concluding the topic of average. All right. So next, we are going to start with extremely important topic, I must say, that is time and work. Okay, extremely important. For the recent times, we are observing lots of questions with the time and work. Okay, I think Supai Infotech also we have seen one question. That one question, only question was related with time and work. All right, my dear, please remember this one thing before I start this topic. Recently, I hope you have not seen any question, you have not solved any question on time and work. Are you aware of the time and work concept? Do you remember the concept of time and work? Do you remember? Okay. Normally in daily life, we apply somewhere average concept in our daily life somewhere. Sometimes we calculate percentage also, right? For example, shopping, we apply percentage. Uh, if we, let's say, not for you guys, I will say, yes, once you get placed somewhere, then you will be thinking about the hike, performance hike, performance evaluation. So you will be thinking, how much percentage should I ask? Okay. So percentage also you will think in your daily life. But time and work, we don't normally think in our daily life. Okay. But yes, those who are businessmen, those who are having big companies, they have to think. Okay. My dear, please accept this. It is one of the easiest topic, I will say. Okay. One of the easiest. I will say this as the easiest, not one of the easiest, also easiest topic. This is more easier than the age is also more easier than the ratio also. So this is one of the easiest topic. So your accuracy in this must be 100% because it is the easiest topic. Okay. Now let me start with the topic. The concept is very simple. In the question, there will be some work which a certain workforce will be doing, and that workforce will take a certain time. That workforce will take a certain time to complete that work. In the question or in the formula, we will denote the work as W, the workforce as WF, and the time as T. Okay, T. All right. In the question, it is not necessary that there will be one work or only one type of workforce or only one time. There can be two situations. Okay. So let's take two situations. So if there are two situations, I will have to take W1, WF1, and T1. These are the values for the first situation. Okay. Suppose this is the values for the KodNest company. Now there is one more company XYZ. The work there is W2. The workforce there is WF2 and time they are taking is T2. Okay. Now, how these six values, six terms are related, please remember that. So the formula actually is WF1 into T1 divided by W1. WF2 into T2 divided by W2. Okay. This is the general formula. When I say general, that means it is not situation bounded. You can apply this formula in any question present in this universe. That's why it is general. Okay. Until now, anything which is doubtful? Two situations. So two set of values. W1, WF1, T1, W2, WF2, and T2. How they are related? This formula is the way they are related. Where is this formula applicable? Anywhere it is applicable. But where we will apply? Not everywhere. One more approach we will see later, not right now. Okay, we'll see later. All right, so let's move further. Let me ask you a question. How much work do I do in a day? What will you say? Do you have an answer? Don't say, sir, 9 hours, 10 hours. Don't say that. I'm not asking time. How much work do I do in a day? Do you have an answer? Do you have a number? How much work do you do in a day? Do you have a number? No. So my dear, work cannot be represented as a number. Okay, work cannot be represented as a number. Not everywhere, I will say. For example, if I ask a person who does the same job daily, suppose I'm a person who makes rotis, okay, chapati. So I do, daily make chapati. So for me, the work is same. Daily, 24/7, 365 days, daily, same work. So if somebody asks me end of the day that how much work you have done, I can say 100. So there the meaning will be that 100 chapatis I have done. Okay. Because my work is same, similar. It is not dynamic in nature. So for a person whose work is entirely similar, it's exactly same throughout. For that person, we can say something, but not for a person who is involved in different kinds of activities. Okay. So how this work we will represent in the formula, you will understand. But normally, I'm saying most of the situation, this work will be constant. Okay, most of the situations. All right, please carefully answer. If work is constant, that means W1, W2 is equal. So can I cancel it out? Yes or not? Work is constant. That means W1, W2 same. So we can cancel it. So my dear, if anything is same, just cancel it out. So now, if work is constant, this is your formula. WF1 into T1 equals to WF2 into T2. Understood? Very simple. Now, two situations you will observe. One situation in which nothing is constant. Most of the situation in which work is constant, most of the situation, and few situation in which workforce is constant or time is constant. We will see that. Okay. But yes, please do not forget the general formula. What I normally say this, that please remember this formula, only this. And if nothing is constant, apply this formula. If suppose work is constant, don't write W1, W2 because they are same. So don't write it. If suppose T1, T2 are same. So I will say if time is same, don't write T1, T2 because they are same. Only write this formula. And if by chance workforce is same, so I will say don't write WF1, WF2 because it is same. So why to write? So if something is same, don't write it. Very simple, straightforward answer. Okay. If nothing is constant, I mean, if everything is different, write it. If something is constant, don't write it. Understood this point? But most of the cases, workforce and time will be different. Work will be same. Most of the questions. All right. Okay. Next. My dear, first I will take certain questions in which it will be group of men or group of women or group of children or group of boys. But in one question, you will see one type of workforce. Either it is men, or in one question, you will see just women, or in one, sorry, or in one question, you might see just children, or you might see just boys, but one type of workforce. Okay, so let's see the question. Just wait for a while. All right. Okay. Please carefully answer. Can you understand this? If 8 women can paint a house in 18 days, okay, this is one situation. Now, next one. Then, how many days? That means how much time will it take for 24 women to paint the same house? My dear, this is your first situation and this is your second situation. Are you able to understand very simple thing? Two situations are there. In both the situation, they are painting the same house. So work is same, yes or not? Work is same, yes or not? Okay. What about workforce? It is same type, yes or not? Same type. In the first situation, it is group of women. In the second situation also, group of women. Able to understand? Same type. That means women, women. It is not women and men. It is not different type, same type. So that means question is going to be easy. So let's write the formula WF1 into T1 equals to WF2 into T2. But we will not write W1, W2 because work is same. Anything, if it is same, don't write it. Very simple. All right. Next, please answer. When it is same type of workforce, you need not think anything. You just need to write the values. 8 women, so write 8. Time is 18 days. Second situation, how many days? That means I don't know how much time. But 24 women, so workforce is 24. This is what I will have to solve. Please calculate how much answer. 6 days. Okay, let's calculate. So 6 into 4, 6 into 3, and 4 into 2. So 2 into 3, 6, I will get. T2 equals to 6. All right, so 6 is your answer. All right, same type of workforce. First question, same type of workforce I will take again. But one thing extra. Please try this question immediately. Six hours. Okay. So previous question, working hours per day was not mentioned. So we were not thinking about working hours per day, but here it is mentioned. So if working hours per day are mentioned, then the formula will be applied this way. Okay, same formula I will write, not different. So I will write WF1 into T1. My dear, time has two aspects. One is number of days and one is number of hours per day. Two aspects. If both are given, both you will have to write. If just number of days are given, just write number of days. In the previous question, number of days was given. So just write number of days. In this question, working hours also given. So write working hours along with the number of days. Okay, simple. Okay, so first situation is this. Second situation is this. Two situations are there. Okay, this is the first one and this is the second one. In the first situation, there are 15 men. The time they are taking is 10 days and 12 hours per day. The time has two aspects, 10 and 12. Number of days 10, working hours per day 12. Both you will have to write because both are given. Second case, workforce is 10 men, time is 20 days. How many working hours per day? That is not given. Suppose H. Okay, working hours per day. In the second situation, not given. This is what I will have to solve. So let's solve it. So 10 and 10 will cancel. 4 into 3, 4 into 5, 5 into 3. So H will come out to be 3 into 3, that is 9. So 9 hours per day they will have to work. Okay, very simple to calculate. Understood all of you? So if working hours per day mentioned, please remember to take it also in the calculation. Okay, working hours per day. All right, now next. Please try this question now. Okay. My dear, in this question, work is not constant. It is clearly visible. One situation is this, if you observe, and second situation is this. Okay. So two situations are there. So I'm writing the general formula, which is WF1 into T1. Okay. Now, very carefully you have to answer. 16 men are there in the first situation. So write 16 for WF1. They are working for 8 days. Okay, so write 8. 12 hours per day. Okay, 12 hours per day. How much work? I don't know. Okay. How many men? Okay, let's suppose M number of men. So how many men? I don't know. Another work which is 3 times the first one. 24 days and 8 hours per day. Carefully answer one thing. I've told you this, we cannot represent work by a number because normally, usually, it does not make sense. But still, I'm saying if W1 is equal to 1, W2 equals to what? Representing work by a number does not make sense, but still, I'm doing it. So 3 times. So 3 times, that means 3. So this is what you will have to do. All right. Now solve it, please. So 3 into 8, 8 will cancel this, 8 into 2, and then you are getting 24 men. M equals to 24. So 24 is your answer for this. Okay. So please remember this. In the first situation, I'm assuming W1 equals to 1. I'm assuming. Okay. In the second situation, they have mentioned another work which is 3 times the first one. So that means this work is 3 times W1. That means 3 times of 1, that is 3. If W1 is 1, W2 is 3. Understood? You can take something else also, no issues. You can take x and 3x. You can take 1 and 3. You can take 2 and 2 into 3, 6. You can take 3, 3 into 3, 9. Any number you can take, no issues with any of the numbers. Understood, all of you? Okay. Let's take one more question. Okay, how many situation? 1, 2, or 3? 2. Okay. Is the type of workforce same? The type. This is your first situation. Second situation is this. So type is not same. My dear, whenever type is not same, you have to mention the type also. Previously, did I mention somewhere in the formula that 16 is 16 men? Did I mention in the previous question? Did I mention men in the formula? No. Did I mention men in the formula? Previous question? No. I have written 15 and 10. What is 15? Number of person. Who are they? I will not write. It is 15 men. Not required. Because it is same type. 15 men and 10 men. It is same type. When the type of workforce is same, you need not mention. But when it is not same, you need to mention. So carefully understand now. Okay. So first case, 15 men. So I'm writing 15M. Time is 21 days and 8 hours per day. Second case, workforce is 21 women. So I'm writing 21W, W for women. How many days I don't know. So let's write D. And how many hours per day? 6. Let's simplify this little bit. Then we will solve. 3 and 21 will cancel. 3 into 2, 3 into 5. And 2 into 4. Okay. So 5M into, just a minute. 5M into 4 equals to W into D. All right. This is one equation. Don't fear this equation. It is one equation. Just like linear equation, x plus 1 equals to 5. So similarly, this also is a linear equation. Okay. Now, In this linear equation, I have few unknown values which are m, w, and d. Okay, these are just like variables. For example, you are saying 2x equal to 3y plus 5, or 2x equal to, let's say, um, for example, 43y. So something like this equation is. In these equation, you have x, y as unknowns. In these equations, you have m, w, and d as the unknowns. Okay. Now, if I ask you this question, can you solve this equation? Is it possible? Can you solve this equation? Is it possible? No, because there are too many variables. Okay. There is one more information which is given in the question. See that information? They have given three women and two men. Three women can do same work as two men. So can I say 3W equals to 2M? Can I say or not? Can I say or not? Yes. Okay. So that means W equals to 2 by 3M. So once I put it there, once I substitute, then you have to answer. So 5M into 4. W value is 2 by 3M into 3. Can you solve it now? Sorry, into D. Can you solve it? Please calculate what is D value. What is D value? How much? $30. Okay. So the first thing is M will cancel out. Then 3 into 5, 15, and 2, 2, 4. So 5 into 2, 10, 3, 30. So D value will come out as 30. So that means 30 days it will take. All right. 30 days. M will cancel out. Okay. M value will cancel out. So don't say 30M. 30 days it will take. Understood, all of you? All right. So please remember this. The type of workforce will decide the level of the question, or say level of the calculation. Difficulty level will be similar, but calculation level will be decided by type of workforce, same or different. If it is same, don't write the type of workforce. If type of workforce is different, men also, women also, children also, you will have to write the type of workforce as well in the formula. Understood? Okay. Yeah. Now, the rest of the question we'll do in next class. So next, all of the question will have different types of workforce, not same type, different types. So here, if you see, we have women also, children also. Here, if you see, we have women also, children also, men also. Here, if you see, we have men and boys. Okay. Here, if you see, we have two persons, A and B. So different type, different person, different types. Here also A and B. So different persons, different type. So these questions we'll do in the next session. Okay. Now just wait for the attendance. Just a minute, please. All right, so all of you have shared the attendance link. Please mark your attendance. After this, you guys can leave the session. Have a great day. Thank you all for joining. Rest of the question we'll see in the next session.